Yo, yo, what up? What up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me get water real quick. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Wait on a couple people before I get started. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Bernard, what's up? What's up, bro? Good morning. How you doing? Waiting on a couple more people before I get started. I hope everybody having a blessed morning. You know, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it, man. What's up, Bernard? Nothing much, man. Fit talk a little NFL football. What's on your mind, man? Talk to me. What you think about your Texans this weekend? They had a nice win in overtime. No C.J. Stroud. Case Keenum came in. It helped that Texans offense get a win this past weekend. It was ugly, but hey, a win is a win, man, at the end of the day. Wins don't come easy in the NFL. Not at all. Oh, yeah, Case Keenum came through in the clutch, man. You know, and you have to applaud Case Keenum for being ready, bro. You know, Case Keenum hasn't started an NFL game in a while. And, you know, and just for him to be ready, you know, and step in for C.J. Stroud and help the Texans win that football game Sunday, man. I thought that was huge, man. That was real huge, man. But again, you got to give your flowers to the Miko Rhymes for putting that team in position week in and week out to win football games. So, yeah, man, good job by Case Keenum, man, and the Houston Texans for that win over the Titans this weekend. Monte, what's going on, man? Good morning. How you doing this morning? Good morning, my guy. Let's talk about the Eagles real quick. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. I don't have much to say about the Eagles, man, but I'm gonna be real brief this morning. And when I talk about the Eagles, I'm going to talk about the Eagles as a football coach and as a fan of the game. First off, the Eagles played good last night. The Eagles played really good last night. As a collective group, those guys played hard and they played their ass off, man. And as a football coach, I really appreciate that, man. Because again, the team played good. However, there's a few guys that just not doing their damn job. And that's why the Eagles lost last night, man. Because you have a select few people that refuse to do their damn job. First off, Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown missed 3 big tackles that set up 10 points for the Seahawks. If Sidney Brown makes those tackles, the Seahawks don't even score and we win the football game. And I mean 3 big tackles, man. That in the coaching business, that's what we call unacceptable. That is straight unacceptable, man. When you're missing tackles, it goes down to fundamentals. We cannot get beat because of fundamentals. Sidney Brown missed 3 big tackles that set up scoring drives for the Seahawks, man. We can't have that. We can't have that, man. I don't know what we got going on. Something ain't clicking with this team, bro. Sterling, I hear what you're saying, but to your point, we have to start spreading the blame around now, man. We got to spread the blame around now, man. We have to start blaming the head coach. Offensively, we look stale, man. We don't look creative. We don't run the ball enough. And offensively, we just have to do something different, Sterling. We just have to do something different offensively, man, because what we've been doing the last 14, 15 weeks just not working. And again, we have to start putting the blame on the head coach now, man. Understand something, Nick Sirianni was an offensive coordinator. How the hell y'all think he gets the Eagle job? That's how he got hired, man. He was an offensive coordinator. And for the Eagles offense to remain stale, I don't understand it, man. That team is too talented for the offense to not be productive, man. We got A.J. Brown. We got Devontae Smith. We got Dallas Goedert. Arguably the best offensive line in NFL, man. And for whatever reason, we're just stale. We're stale offensively, man, and that's not going to work. That's just not going to work, man. Can't miss big tackles, especially with a backup in, and giving them confidence by keeping them in the game and not blowing them out. Oh, absolutely, bro. At the end of the day, we just didn't handle business, you know. Coming into this game, I thought this was a game that we should have won. But again, you know, offensively, we just don't play with any urgency, man. We don't play with no urgency. It looks like the Eagles is running a high school playbook, man. It looks like we're running a high school playbook. And again, I'm going to revert back to what I said last week. NFL defenses is too advanced for you to be vanilla on offense. You have to be creative. You have to put your playmakers in space, give them the ball so they can make plays, man. And again, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Need a new offensive coordinator. Hey, Rob, check this out, bro. And that's the next point I'm about to make. Our offensive play calling, it's utterly bad, man. It's utterly bad. Now, granted, as a football coach myself, it's hard for me to say that another coach is doing a bad job. But I'm tired of it now, man. I'm tired of it, and I'm quite sure I speak for all Eagle fans, man. We're tired of it, man. We're tired of it because at the end of the day, we're not playing up to the standard. We're not playing up to expectations right now as the Eagles football team, man. And it's frustrating, man. It is frustrating. But, Rob, to your point, man, we most definitely need a new offensive coordinator. Nick Sirianni needs to take over play calling. He used to be an offensive coordinator. That's how he got the Eagles head coaching job. I don't understand it, fellas. I don't understand it, man. And you know, a couple weeks ago, I was having a conversation with one of my coaching buddies, you know, and we was talking about underachieving. And I don't care what sport you're in, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, baseball, or whatever sport you're in. You cannot underachieve as a team. Once you start underachieving, then at that point you're just bullshitting as a football team or as an organization. And that's the frustrating part about the Philadelphia Eagles right now. We're underachieving, man. That is the frustrating part. We are underachieving. And I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But the last thing I'm gonna say about the Eagles, and I'm gonna wrap this up. James Bradberry is utterly bad now. How James Bradberry doesn't pick off Drew Lock at the end of that fourth quarter, I don't understand it. Then a couple plays later, he had another opportunity to pick the ball off, and he didn't. Couple plays later, he give up a damn touchdown pass. It's at the point now where James Bradberry is hurting the team and he doesn't need to be on the field. I would prefer to put one of those young guys in there, watch them struggle, than to put Bradberry ass out there and play another snap for me right now. And again, like I said when I first jumped on this live, man, the Eagles team played good. As a collective group, the Eagles played good. But again, it's just a few people that's refusing to do their damn job. Sidney Brown, missed tackles. Helped the Seahawks set up 10 points. Brian Johnson play calling is utterly bad. Nick Sirianni needs to take over play calling now. Or somebody. Somebody needs to take over play calling. Because it's bad right now, man. And again, as an Eagles fan, I am so frustrated, man. Between the missed tackles, the offensive play calling, and James Bradberry, I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of it, man. It makes me sick to my damn stomach to watch this week in and week out with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm tired of it, man. Now, last thing I'm going to say about the Eagles. Let's give Matt Patricia his flowers, man. I thought Matt Patricia did a damn good job of coaching the defense last night. You know, we looked at aggressive. We looked at a little faster. Give me a second, fellas. Hold on. I'm working with multiple devices, so bear with me. But again, like I was saying, Matt Patricia did a good job, man, of coaching the defense last night. You know. So let's give Matt Patricia his flowers, man. I thought he put guys in position to make plays, and we should have won the game, man. But at the end of the day, we just fell short, and it is what it is. So we're going to move on from the Eagles. Now we finna jump to the Cowboys and the Bills football game. Coming into the game, I thought the Cowboys was going to win. But you know, the Bills had other things on their mind. You know, and it was just one of those line of scrimmage football games. You know, the Bills came out, they played bully ball, and the Cowboys got bullied at the end of the day. You know, I'm starting to have questions about the Cowboys defensive front. You know, can the Cowboys truly stop the run? Cause that's how Buffalo beat Dallas Sunday. I was finna say yesterday, excuse me. That's how Buffalo beat Dallas Sunday, man. They just stayed committed to running the football, man. They just stayed committed to running the football to open up the pass, and that allowed Josh Allen to make plays down the field, man. Buffalo had control of the entire game, and they didn't look back, you know. All gas, no brakes. So shout out to the Buffalo Bills, man, cause they was desperate. The Buffalo Bills has been desperate these last 2 or 3 weeks. You know, I looked at their schedule, and I told myself, I said, man, Buffalo might not even make the playoffs this year. I said Buffalo might not even make the playoffs, man. But they got a huge win over Dallas, and they got a huge win over KC. So that was huge, man, for the Buffalo Bills, because I still think Buffalo is a good football team. They're a good football team. However, they don't necessarily have a running back. You know, they don't have a running game. So with that being said, Josh Allen is asked to do a lot. You know, don't get me wrong. Josh Allen does turn over the football. Yes, Josh Allen can be inconsistent at times. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen is asked to do more than any quarterback in the NFL. So I get it. I get it. Josh Allen is asked to do a lot, man. So that's where a lot of those interceptions and turnovers come from, because he gets to the point where he goes to forcing the issue, and that's not a good thing, man. That is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Cliff, you want to get on the camera, bro? Want to holler at me? Hold on. Give me a second. Cliff, what's going on, man? What's up, Cliff? What's going on, boss, man? Talk to me. What's up with these Jacksonville Jaguars?
Hey, what's up with it, man?
Man, what's going on, Cliff? Talk to me, big dog. What's up, man? What's up, Cliff?
Man, I can't talk, man.
Man, talk to me. What's up with these Jaguars, man? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Man, they're inconsistent, man. That's the biggest thing, inconsistency. I mean, one week we'll look good, you know what I'm saying, and then the next week do what we did on Monday, Sunday. So it's like, I don't know, man. My God, it's 3-game losing streak right now. So we got the Tampa Bay Bucks coming up. So we'll see. I think Trevor not gonna play, so I don't know.
Well, let me say this, Cliff. When I think about the Jaguars and what's their issue, the first thing I'm going to point at is defense. Defensively,
Yeah.
you're not very consistent on that side of the ball. Your secondary is kind of like the Eagles. They kind of iffy on the back end. They kind of iffy. Now, I think offensively, Trevor is not 100% healthy, and I think
No.
we can all agree to that. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Trevor is just not he's just not 100% healthy. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, I like the Jaguars. You know, that's one of those teams that's trending in the right direction. I think they got good leadership with Doug Peterson. So at the end of the day, if y'all can just get a few things corrected, get Trevor Lawrence back 100%, man, I still think y'all can make a run in the AFC, man. I really like the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC. When they're playing on top of their game, I really do like the Jacksonville Jaguars, man.
Oh yeah, because this one offense we got to make a couple of moves. The Texans look good, Colts look good. Tennessee can't do nothing but go up from here. So it's like, that division's gonna be tough in a couple of years.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. The AFC South it's finna be a very competitive division, man. You got Trevor Lawrence, you got C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson coming back next year. You know, so
Yeah.
so yeah, that's gonna be a real tough division, man. And Will Levis, you know, he's showing signs of doing some good things. You know, he has room for growth, but what I've seen so far from Will Levis, it's okay. It's okay. You know, again, he can be better. He has room for growth, but I like what I'm seeing from Will Levis. And again, man, the AFC South is finna be a real competitive division, man. So y'all need to watch out for that. Real competitive, man.
And
Yes, sir.
that's the only issue too. It's like every year, from year to year, they'll do it on the offseason, trade deadline come up, make these moves. So it's like, everybody's sitting on their hands. Then we're gonna have real salary cap issues coming up in a couple of years. So if Josh Allen gonna want money, Trevor probably. I don't know if Trevor like that, but he may want some money. So I don't know.
Well, Cliff, let me say this, and I know it's almost time for you guys to pay Trevor Lawrence. Now,
Yeah.
let me say this: you pay your quarterback, pay your franchise quarterback, but on the other hand, make sure you're able to spread that money around. Make sure you're able to spread that money around, because at the end of the day, if you invest all your money to the quarterback, then you're gonna be weak in certain areas of your football team. And I'm finna give you an example: the Dallas Cowboys. If Dallas would have spreaded that money out instead of giving all that money to Dak, they would have been able to pay Amari Cooper. You see what I'm saying? And if you add Amari Cooper to this current Cowboys team, whoo, man, the Cowboys would be a legit contender if they still had Amari Cooper on that football team, bro. If they still had Amari Cooper on that football team, man, the Cowboys would be dangerous right now. But to your point, man, pay your franchise quarterback, because that's what you got to do. Pay your franchise quarterback, but again, make sure you're able to spread that money around the organization too. Because again, everything starts in the offseason, man. You need your franchise quarterback, but again, you need offensive linemen. You need playmakers. You need guys on defense. You need a defensive front, backers. You need guys on the back end. So, again, pay your quarterback, but make sure you can spread that money around, big dog.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do, man?
Man, honestly,
Y'all ain't losing streak.
right now, Cliff, the Eagles just on a 3-game losing streak, and we're underachieving. That's the only word I can use to describe the Philadelphia Eagles right now. We're underachieving. And again, like I said, when you're underachieving as a football team, that means you're just bullshitting.
Yeah.
And again, I don't care what sport it is, man. We can be talking about football, we can be talking about basketball, baseball, or whatever. When you're not living up to expectations, or for the Eagles, we're not playing up to standard, you're underachieving. You're just bullshitting at this point, man. And I'm sick of it. Like Cliff, I am so sick of it, man. It makes me sick to my stomach to watch the Philadelphia Eagles play every week. Because we still haven't played a complete game.
No.
We still have not put 4 quarters together yet. And it is frustrating, man. Now, granted, we can sit up here and debate that the Eagles arguably have the best roster in football. To be honest with you, people was telling me, man, y'all team was better than last year's team. Y'all team was better than last year's team. Bullshit. Bullshit. No, they are not.
No, y'all was better last year.
Hey, we was completely better last year. And I think this...
Like 8 or 9 and 0?
Say it again.
Wasn't it like 8 or 9 and 0?
We won 11 games before we lost to the Commanders. We won 11 straight last year.
Danny was hurt that game. I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I think the problem with the Eagles, I think coming into the offseason, we had the mindset that, okay, long as we have Jalen Hurts, we will be fine. And guess what? It didn't work out that way. Because at the end of the day, we didn't prioritize the defensive side of the ball. We should have re-signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We should have re-signed T.J. Edwards. We should have re-signed Hargrove. And we also should have re-signed Kazir White. Because defensively, bad as our secondary is, our linebackers might be worse. Our linebackers might be worse.
Weakest point last year that y'all had was linebacker.
I mean, T.J. Edwards led the team in tackles last year. You know, like T.J. Edwards, he anchored the defense. He was our middle linebacker, and he was a good football player. And for us not to re-sign him, man, that is beyond me, man. That is beyond me, bro. That's crazy, but yeah, man. I just hope the Eagles can get things figured out. I thought last night was gonna be the night we get things turned around, but we came up on the losing end again, unfortunately, man. But
It was like the last quarter. I was in that last quarter. Y'all had control of the game most of the game. You had held, was that block had 116 yards going in the fourth?
correct.
You just started finding DK. That was the thing.
Well, again, like I said when I first jumped on, Cliff, the Eagles played good. As a collective group, we played good. The team played really good. My issue is that you have several people on the Eagles football team that refuses to do their damn job. And that's just what it's boiling down to, bro. You have several people on the Eagles team not doing their job. Sidney Brown missed three big tackles. Not just any tackle. Sidney Brown missed three big tackles that led to the Seahawks scoring 10 points. If he makes those tackles, at least 10 of those points don't even supposed to be on the scoreboard, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's fundamental stuff. We can't get beat by the fundamental aspect of the game. Tackling just comes down to having a damn attitude. And and I tell my coaches this all the time when I'm coaching my high school kids, X's and O's have a human element to it. As coaches, we can get on the whiteboard, we can draw this shit up, make it look real good, and draw up all the little fancy plays that we want to. But at the end of the day, the players have to do it. X's and O's have a human element to it. Players have to go out there and want to do it. You got to want to tackle. It is an attitude. And for him to miss those three tackles, man, it is beyond me, man. It is beyond me. You can't miss tackles, bro. You can't do that.
Especially at that level.
Exactly, bro. You're an NFL player, man. You're a professional now, man. Break down, roll your hips, and explode. And it's just that damn simple. Break down, roll your hips, wrap up, explode. This Coach T talking to you now.
It's the first thing you talk down there when on defense.
Exactly, bro. So again, I just don't get it, man. The Eagles, we just underachieving. We're just underachieving. If somebody walk into the barbershop and ask me, Coach T, what's wrong with the Eagles? We're just underachieving. We are just underachieving as a football team, man. And it's time to start spreading the blame around now. It starts from the top. I blame Nick Sirianni, man, because our team shouldn't be all out of whack like this. At the end of the day, we're not even competing. When we played the 49ers and the Cowboys, bro, we wasn't competing. The folks beat the hell out of us.
Yeah, but you can see that when Matt Patricia kind of took over, you can tell kind of the play call kind of changed, from last week to this week.
Yes.
Up a little bit.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, man, we got to give Matt Patricia his flowers. Because at the end of the day, that defense looked completely different. We looked at completely different, man. Like we looked like we had a swagger. Guys were flying around. Guys was making plays. But again, it's just a play here, a play there that I wish we had back. And we just fell short last night, But again, kudos to the Seahawks, man. They beat us. They took care of business, That wasn't going to be a picnic at the park for us. I knew Seattle was going to come in and play us hard, because they fighting to get into the playoffs as well, So again, shout out to the Seahawks. They took care of business. They won the game. And again, we just have to be better, man. We have to be better, Clip. We just have to.
Yep, ain't lying about that.
Yep.
I feel frustration, man.
Oh, absolutely. Sterling say we had dogs last year. Sterling, to be honest with you, man, we got dogs this year. The Eagles have good football players, but at the end of the day, Nick Sirianni, as the head coach, he has to put players in position to make plays, bro. Sterling, we don't have no big plays on offense. Last year, man, it looked like it came easy for us offensively. Every time I looked up, we had a big play to Devontae Smith. Big play to Dallas Goedert. Big play to A.J. Brown, man. We had all these big plays going for us last year. And that's just not the case this year, Sterling. That's just not the case. And again, I am blaming the head coach. I am blaming the offensive coordinator. Our playbook looks like we're running a high school offense. I might as well give them my JV playlist, man. If we gonna go out there and run plays like that, I might as well give them my playlist I run on Thursday night for my JV kids, man. Cause again, man, it makes you sick to your stomach to watch the Eagles play. I've been an Eagles fan for probably over 25 years. Basically my entire life. And I've never seen the Eagles play this poorly. with a good team. Cause it's been bad the last 3 weeks. It is hard to be an Eagles fan right now, man, and I have to admit that it's hard being an Eagles fan right now. But hey, nevertheless, we have to go back to work. We got to put that game behind us because hey, it's over with. It's over with. We can talk about it at the end of the day. We can talk about last night's game till we blew in the face. But at the end of the day, we lost. We have to move forward and get ready for the New York Giants. We got another division game coming up, so we have to get ready for those guys, man. We just have to.
What's
Yeah.
our remaining schedule? Giants, who else? Giants. They play Giants twice, right?
Giants, Cardinals, Giants. That's our last three.
It's not a bad schedule, though.
And if we would have won out, if we would have won last night, win the next three, shit, we could have won the division. But right now, it's Dallas' division to lose because we didn't take care of business last night. You know, if we would have won, would have been one game ahead of the Cowboys, and we control our own destination, man. But at the end of the day, we put ourselves in a bad situation. So it is what it is, man. We made that bed, so we got to lay in it. It is what it is, bro.
It's gonna be interesting 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, most definitely, no doubt. You know, either we gonna get things corrected, or we gonna continue to get beat. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
That's right about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real quick, let's cover these 49ers real quick, man. Let's cover these 49ers. They had an easy win over the Arizona Cardinals this past weekend. And let's have this MVP conversation now. Let's have this MVP conversation.
Me personally, if you ask me, my MVP would be Lamar. It would be either Lamar or Dak. I just think Purdy got everything around him and like set up here. Like all you gotta do is not turn the ball over and win the game. Be more of like, hey, don't lose. You know, so for us, the other two quarterbacks that's in the topic right now, you got Dan. You know, he got to make plays for himself and his receivers. But and then you know Lamar will be Lamar. But Brock Purdy, you don't have to scramble. You don't have to read like 3-4 options. You go first option, you know Debo, you got Cameron, you got George Kittle, you got so many weapons. So my mind is either that or Lamar. Not just credit to Purdy, but I just think he has less to do.
Let me say this. Lamar Jackson, he's definitely in the conversation. You know, the way he's leading the Baltimore Ravens, you know, that's just a good football team. And you have to give him credit. And you know me personally, you know I've criticized Lamar in the past. Yeah, I've been criticizing him because, again, he has to improve from the pocket. Lamar is a good football player. Lamar Jackson is a hell of an athlete. But at the end of the day, championships are won from the pocket. You cannot run the damn read option in the playoffs thinking you're going to win a championship. It's not finna happen. Now, let me ask you something, Cliff. Name one running quarterback that's won a championship. Michael Vick? No. Frank Tarkenton? No. Somebody gonna tell me, well, Steve Young won a Super Bowl. Well, Steve Young had more fucking arm talent than he did leg talent.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Only one probably kind of consider Steve Young.
And he had more arm talent than he had leg talent.
Yeah.
Somebody else gonna also mention, well, Patrick Mahomes, a running quarterback. Man, that man threw for 5,000 yards, man. Cut it out.
No, he's not a running quarterback.
He now granted, he has the ability to extend plays. He can make plays with his legs. Don't get me wrong about that. But at the end of the day, he has more arm talent than he does leg talent. So to my point, you have to sit in that pocket, put your big boy pants on, and make some big boy throws. Because guess what, Lamar? NFL defenses is too advanced in January. Understand something. Come playoff time, things get condensed. Things get real condensed come playoff time, man. And you can't run no read option against a good defense. You think you can run? Do you really think you can run the read option against the 49ers late in the playoffs? No, you can't, because Jalen Hurts couldn't do it last year. And that was our bread and butter. Run designs with Jalen Hurts. It just wasn't there come playoff time. You have to sit in the pocket make some throws efficiently from the pocket if you're going to win a championship. Now, moving on to Dak Prescott. Let me say this. I don't think a lot of people take that conversation serious in terms of Dak Prescott being the MVP because of the way he performed last Sunday. And that's just not a Dak Prescott thing. That's a Dallas Cowboy thing as well. Cowboy they have all these expectations, but when the stage is big, and the lights are shining bright, they fold at the end of the day, man. So that's why myself and a lot of people can't take that Dak Prescott being the MVP conversation seriously. Now, granted, a couple weeks ago, I thought he was the MVP. I thought Dak Prescott was a legitimate MVP. But again, you can't stink up the place like the way he did Sunday and expect to be an MVP. Just not going to work. Now, if I had to pick an MVP, it would be Brock Purdy. Now, hear me out. I understand the 49ers as a collective group is talented. Offensively, they are talented, man, with Debo Samuels, Christian McCaffrey, you got George Kittles, then you got Fred Warner and the guys on defense, Dre Greenlaw, fucker. Anyways, they pretty good, they they solid, man. The 49ers, they solid, man. I can't take nothing from them. But I got a fun fact for you, Cliff, and I was doing some research the other day. The 49ers have the fewest pass attempts in the NFL, but they're third in passing yards. Let me say that again. The 49ers have the fewest pass attempts in the NFL. However, they rank third in passing yards. So what I'm saying is that Brock Purdy is not a game manager. That's called efficiency there, man. That's called efficiency. And a lot of times I was saying to myself, well, maybe Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey is the MVP. I think Christian McCaffrey is the MVP. But Shannon Sharp said something yesterday that made a lot of sense. He said something, he like, well, Brock Purdy, he throws the ball. He has to lead the offense. And I get it from that standpoint. I get it from that perspective. So if I had to pick an MVP, it would definitely be Brock Purdy right now. It really would. And I think he's starting to separate himself from everybody else. And if the 49ers go on and clinch the number one seed, clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs, I think we got to have a serious conversation about Brock Purdy being the MVP this year, man. We really do. I think Brock Purdy is that guy right now. He's leading the MVP race. Because again, if we look at the entire season, we could have said Christian McCaffrey is the MVP. There were times when we could have said, man, Lamar's the MVP. C.J. Stroud looked like the MVP for a little while. 2 or 3 weeks ago, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott was making an argument. So when it comes to this MVP race, we got to play it out. We have to play it out. But at the end of the day, I think it's Brock Purdy's to lose.
I think they got to stop thinking as a quarterback award. We only name quarterbacks. I think, skill players should be in there too. Even though, he got somebody throwing the ball, but it's like college skill, what he doing in front of him.
Agreed. I'm with you. And I feel like the MVP shouldn't be strictly a quarterback reward. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it's been, over the last 20, 25 years, It's just a quarterback reward, man. And that's the one thing I would change, Because this year alone, Christian McCaffrey, he could very well be an MVP. You know what I'm saying? He's in the conversation. I think that's a fair argument, So again, like I said, the MVP race, it just has to play itself out. But right now, as I speak, it will most definitely be Brock Purdy. Yeah.
I understand, but I just kind of think you got a little bit my take. That's my take on it. You know, because they asked like even Jalen Hurts, he asked people, you know, who else up there, like Lamar and Dak, all these other quarterbacks. They asked for a lot more than he. You know, him just was like, hey, bottom wide open person. You know what I mean? And they yak. Have you looked at the yak yards after catch? It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's a big play.
absolutely. And that's how the 49ers beat us. Now, granted, Brock Purdy wasn't just throwing the ball all over the place against us. He was just throwing a lot of short passes, a lot of
Short pass.
screens. It just catch and run.
Yeah.
Like you say, they got a lot of yak yards, yards after the catch. They catch the ball, just turn upfield and go, man.
Yeah.
And that goes back to my point about putting your playmakers in space and letting them make plays, man. That's just like when I had my semi-pro team. That is one philosophy that I stand on. Put your playmakers in space and let them make plays for you, man. Put them in position to make plays to help you win football games. And I think that's how your offense has to be structured. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Let those guys make plays if you want to win football games. Simple. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I see somebody, Big Sterling said it's not easier, bro.
Sterling say it's not easy, bro. We can get you for a 5 and pop. Say that again, Sterling. Say that one more time. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back to the comment. What you referring to, Sterling? Hit me up in the comment. Hit me up in the comments, Sterling. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I apologize. Excuse me. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, my guy. But yeah, man. Brock Purdy, he's more than a game manager. That's why I put that's why I put that stat out there, man. He throws the ball the fewest than any other quarterback, but he's third in passing yards. Because we had this conversation all the time in the barbershop. Man, Brock Purdy just a game manager. He's just a game manager. No, he's not. That's called efficiency at the end of the day, man. Hey, X,
And
good.
that's why I say I ain't want to take nothing away from him. I'm not taking nothing away from him. The 5 touchdowns is hard as hell to win the division. I'm not taking nothing away from him.
Absolutely.
Got the team.
Absolutely. Because he's a good player.
Special team,
Purdy.
special team, defense, offense. It's like Pickett don't miss too many field goals, so it's like they got a complete team. That's all I'm saying. So it's him going out there and just, hey, dipping and dunking like 4 or 5 yards, and they turn it to 20. That's the cheat.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's how I look at it.
You're right. You're right. And Sterling, and like you were saying, Sterling, and appreciate you for your comment, bro. Yeah, man, that's how the 49ers beat us a couple weeks ago. Man, Purdy, he was just throwing a lot of short passes, a lot of screens. They were just catching it and run, man.
Yeah.
So again, like I said earlier when I first jumped on the live, you have to be able to tackle in space. You have to be able to have good pursuit angles when you playing a team like the 49ers because they're talented and they're very fast.
Yes.
So your pursuit angles and tackling is very important when you play the San Francisco 49ers. It is very important, man. You have to wrap up, break down, wrap up, roll your hips and explode, man. That's how you tackle. That is the proper way of tackling on the football field. Wrap up, roll your hips, explode, man. But you got to break down. Because you have to be fundamentally sound when you play the 49ers. If you don't, you're going to get embarrassed. You're going to get embarrassed if you're not fundamentally sound playing against the San Francisco 49ers.
Like we did.
Exactly, absolutely.
We did. Got embarrassed.
Xavier say, my Ravens about to shock the world on Christmas against the 49ers. Hey, X, if y'all beat the 49ers, man, I would appreciate it. I would really appreciate if y'all can beat the 49ers to kind of somewhat help me out. so I can get the number one seed again, man. I appreciate that, man. I really would. But to your point, X, man, the Ravens is a good football team. Traditionally, they gonna always keep a good defense. You know, that's dating back to the Ray Lewis days, you know, the early 2000s. The Ravens traditionally is going to keep a good defense. My only question with the Baltimore Ravens is the offense. Lamar Jackson, can he make enough plays from the pocket to get you guys over the hump? And again, I like to throw this out here because I don't want people to take what I'm saying out of context. Lamar Jackson is a good football player. Lamar Jackson is a damn good athlete. However, he has to improve from the pocket if he's going to win a championship. Fun fact, Lamar Jackson is 1-4 in the playoffs. In the game he won, he threw 3 interceptions. Cliff, we just had this conversation, bro. Things get condensed in the playoff. Things get tight. You cannot rely on the read option alone and thinking you're going to win a Super Bowl. It's not going to happen like that, Lamar Jackson. Now, again, since,
Now he is improving
and you know what? That's what I was finna say. Now that the Ravens has Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator, he has improved dramatically. Don't get me wrong. He can throw the ball a little bit this year. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. However, he still has room for growth. He can still improve from the pocket, is what I'm saying. But to your point, Cliff, it is better this year. It is better this year under offensive coordinator Todd Monken. He's better from the pocket. But again, X, can he make enough plays to get you guys to the Super Bowl? Because right now, as we speak, until further notice, the Kansas City Chiefs will win the AFC. I'm still waiting on the Chiefs to come out of this slump. Excuse me. I don't think those receivers going to continue to drop passes come playoff time. Let's just see. Because again, until further notice, until somebody steps up and beat the Kansas City Chiefs, they are the team to come out the AFC. What's that saying Rick Flair say? In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And that's what it is for the Baltimore Ravens, man.
I don't think they're going. Reason being, because you got to think about it. Like I was the other day. Mahomes never had a way playoff game. Set up for Super Bowl. That's right. Never had. He's not gonna get a home game this year. He might get one home game in the first round, but that second round he's not getting a home game.
Absolutely. Home field advantage has been an advantage for Patrick Mahomes these last 5-6 years. So I'm with you. You know, if KC so happen to get the number one seed and get home field advantage, whoo, watch out, AFC. Watch out. Watch out. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Ty Key, what's good, my man? What's happening? Good morning, man. What's up? What's up?
Hey, T, I'm about to head to the passport for joint. I'll holler at y'all later. I can
Uh,
hop on that with you.
all right, bro, man. It's good talking to you, bro, man. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, we got to do this again.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Most definitely. No doubt, man. You have a good day, bro.
All right, peace, y'all.
Yes, sir. But Tyke said whoever they play definitely gonna make him sit in the pocket and throw, which isn't his strong suit by far. Oh, absolutely, T. And like I've been saying since Lamar Jackson entered the league, he has to be able to sit in the pocket and make plays, man. Championships are won from the pocket. You can't sit up here and rely on the read option if you want to win a Super Bowl. Again, I like Lamar Jackson. He's a good athlete. Hell of a football player. But at the end of the day, he has to be able to sit in that pocket, put your big boy pants on, and make some big boy throws. And if he can do that, to your point, T, if he can do that, man, the Baltimore Ravens would be dangerous, man. Now, granted, I'm not against Lamar Jackson running the read option. Better yet, I encourage them to run the read option because it tailors to his skill set. However, he still has to sit in that pocket, be a true NFL quarterback, and make all his throws. You got to make all your throws, man. As a NFL quarterback, man, you just have to if you want to win a championship. Damn, O line needs to block better also. Yeah, your offensive line needs to block better. But however, I think your offensive line is just banged up, man. You know, you have a few injuries up front on your offensive line. So I think that's why Lamar Jackson been running for his life lately. You know, I think if y'all get healthy on your offensive line, y'all be okay. So your offensive line, I'm not really too much worried about it. I think y'all gonna be all right in that regard. Y'all gonna be all right, man. All right, fellas. Is it anything else y'all would like to talk about, man? Any other games y'all would like to cover? I'm gonna have to get ready and get up out of here, man. I got an appointment at 11 o'clock over at the barber shop. But while I have some downtime, please go and subscribe for my new podcast, Sports Unplugged with Coach T. You know, we gonna be bringing you guys the Realist sports talk and entertainment week in and week out, man. And just know I'm gonna be here every week. I'm gonna be here every week, man. I don't care if I have 5 people or if I have 500 people. You know, I'm using my platform to have sports debates. You know, bring you sports talk and sports entertainment, man. Cause this all I do, man. At the end of the day, I talk sports. You know, I have fun. It's entertainment. Yeah, I'm gonna get on Facebook and talk some shit to the Cowboys and 49ers fans. You know, get them a little riled up. But at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna always speak real sports, speak real logical facts at the end of the day, you know. So again, man, I want you guys to please go and subscribe to my new YouTube page. It's called Sports Unplugged Podcast with Coach T. And for all you guys that's been hitting me up, ready for the podcast, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Really appreciate y'all for y'all support, man. It really means a lot. So with that being said, fellas, I'm about to get ready and wrap this thing up. I'm about to finish getting dressed, head to the barber shop. You know, if you guys need me, please feel free to contact me. And again, man, like I always say, be blessed, be cool, be safe, and I'll holler back. Peace.